You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Let's have a look at today's finance. The CSX index is currently at 484.02 points, down 1.31 points or 0.27%. The National Bank of Cambodia's daily exchange rate is 4,083 Khmer Real to the USD. CBRE released their second quarter insights on Cambodia's market and the exploration of growth heading towards third and fourth quarter. EAC News was there to get the details.
This follows on from the commercial presentation.
CBRE Managing Director Lawrence Lennon and his team gave us an insight of the second quarter of Cambodia's property market and what to expect for the future. Lawrence explained during his presentation that the prominence of Cambodia as a manufacturing designation is on the rise, with about 7% of respondents stating that they have plans to enter the market. This shows about Malaysia, India and mainland China. In addition, less than 50% of those surveyed currently have existing presence in Cambodia. Lawrence believes Cambodia's garment industry will continue to hold strong potential in the market in the short term, representing 44% of exports from Cambodia. The development of agro-industry segments is real low-hanging fruit, with agriculture representing 24% of the GDP. Commercial and office market was initially expected almost 100,000 new net unusable office spaces by the end of 2022, but due to COVID-19, about 40% will be completed, with the remaining 60% next year only expect about 400,000 square metres of that usable office space will be completed by 2022. The occupancy for the second quarter is almost the same as the first, about 67%. By the end of 2023, there will be a total of nearly 1 million square metres office space in Phnom Penh. Office space outside Phnom Penh continue to feel the downward pressure in terms of the rent. Landlords offering 3% to 8.7% in order to catch up the tenants. Retail market occupancy rate picked up only slightly from 6% to 7%. In the next 6 months, we expect to see around 190,000 square metres, that is all spaces coming online, increasing the total supply of rental spaces by 30% to around 800,000 square metres. Most of this will be shopping malls, the main being Aeon 3 and Chitmong 271 Mega Mall. This year there has been 30 international and 16 local brands expansions opening up. After the seminar organised by CBRE, EAC News had a chance to interview Lawrence Lennon, Managing Director, on his thoughts on retail and growth on the property market in the next 2 quarters.
So it's been a quarter of positives in many respects. This is the first time since the beginning of the pandemic we've seen actually most key segments moving in the right direction. That either means stabilization or increase in terms of rental rates, other than prime retail. So overall, it's a quarter of positives and a quarter of growth. In terms of how things are going to develop for the foreseeable future, expect those rates to either stabilize or decrease to some extent. So we're seeing a lot of supply increasing in the office market and the retail market, and it's likely that increased competition is going to increase the likelihood of us seeing rental rates decrease to some extent. Without a doubt, we're going to see growth in most of those segments. It's just how short-term are you looking versus how long-term are you looking? There are going to be short-term challenges in the market, without a doubt, and that's just a reflection of COVID-19 and the state of the global economy. Having said that, if we're looking on a 5-year basis, without a doubt, things are going to rebound, and it's just linked to those fundamentals that I mentioned before. In terms of an exciting and strong segment, as I mentioned, it's going to be the industrial and logistics segment, without a doubt.
We also spoke about the growth in the industrial industry, with the new Ford factory and garment factories opening up.
Some of Cambodia's competitive advantages come down to things like the cost of land, the cost of labor, its location. It's right in the center of Southeast Asia. It's right in the center of ASEAN. So without a doubt, when it comes to even just servicing markets on our border, whether it's Thailand or Vietnam, there are going to be very strong opportunities when it comes to manufacturing. So without a doubt, it's likely that we'll see lots of growth in the short to midterm.
Overall, Lawrence mentioned there was some exciting things coming to happen in the future with Cambodia's economy. That's all the finance we have for today. Tune in tomorrow for more.